YouTube. This is SEL0320 representing JVS. I am here, like I said, I've been doing like a series of interesting reviews for Supergirl to catch up, because tonight culminates the interesting dissection of Supergirl and Flash in a crossover episode coming on tonight. So I'm trying to crash through the rest of these episodes. I think I might only be able to get through one more. This episode is named Solitude. This is the 15th episode of the first season. And I'm going to go real quick on this. So I actually liked this episode. I thought it was actually pretty good. It was leaps and bounds better than the last episode because it touched on dimensions that I had problems with last episode. One of the big things was Jimmy Olsen. Jimmy Olsen is his whatever complex and thinking that, you know, he can kind of perpetuate that he has no feelings for Supergirl and make her feel this, feel that. And I'm like, why are you stringing this girl along? You know you got feelings. It just really pissed me off. And one of the things that big happened this episode, he takes her to the Fortress of Solitude. And I'm like, okay, hopefully this isn't another one of those situations where he's like, Lucy, I love you, this. He tries. But there's an interesting revelation that kind of happens when it comes to a forefront with his relationship with Lucy and him and Kara. And Kara was trying to, you know, help him out because Lucy was basically like trying to feel like she was contending with his attention to Supergirl. She was trying to compete. And, you know, Kara in her own right tries to help her. But really, she screwed over Jimmy. And it was an interesting conversation that she said something that she shouldn't. And that put Lucy into this, basically a platform where it's like, you know what? Can't do it no more. And I was happy about that. I know it's sad for Jimmy, but this needed to happen. I mean, Iris had to do the same exact thing when it came to Eddie with that whole revelation, like the first season. This is that situation now. Finally, they can get that out the door. Of course, what's going to happen is, I'm pretty sure, Jimmy's going to be like, no, I don't like you. How dare you get in the middle of my relationships? Blah, 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 blah. Even when, so the little chick from the last episode that's trying to be the understudy or, you know, trying to compete with Kara from the position where she's in, she has some interesting conversations with Wynn, because Wynn, he's damaged. And it turns out she is too. Now, I thought that was kind of just like pushed in my face. But it actually strung out something really interesting and potential love interest for Wynn. And I was like, oh, okay, there you go, Wynn. Now, one of the biggest things about this episode was Laura Vandervoort, who was Supergirl in Smallville. If any of y'all know Smallville episodes, I love her as Supergirl. I wish she had done more. She ended up going to this show randomly on Sci-Fi called Bitten or something like that. I'm mad at that show because they got rid of my favorite show, which is Being Human, which we'll get into that later on in another thing. But her as a character, Indigo, if you don't know who Indigo is, she is a variation of the brain interactive construct of Brainiac, specifically Brainiac 8. And her powers of being able to go between technology and through the internet, through the net, is really well done. The CG was actually really well done. It reminded me of those mechanics and machines that were in Man of Steel. Matter of fact, there's a situation when they go to the Fortress of Solitude, which, in my opinion, the things that happen in this episode, such as like a nuke getting launched off, I would think the Superman would want to intervene. Such as even like Kara going to the Fortress of Solitude. Why is there no better security than that? Anyway, and you can give me the key all you want to, but whatever. But one of the things that happens is Kelex, and it was the same terminology. Of course, it's from the comics, but it's specifically a nudge to Man of Steel, in my opinion. I actually like that. I mean, this episode is actually pretty well done. Dare I say it's probably one of the better episodes. So I'll probably give this one like a 9 out of 10 or maybe 9.5 out of 10, somewhere in the middle. But I actually enjoyed it. So the name of this episode was Solitude. Hopefully you enjoyed my first reactions to it. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. And I'll be right back for episode 16 now. Peace.